open beef show this morning here in Broadbent Arena. We have the Simmental and Sim-Angus and the Hereford shows. Welcome to deal. We're ready to go, I guess, if Judge Weingartner's ready. We're still getting a little rah-rah from the Hereford judge here, so we'll be ready to go shortly. As we start the show this morning, let me introduce our judge for the Simmental and percentage Simmentals, Mr. Brad Weingartner, and his wife Melanie own and operate Weingartner Klingman show cattle with their son Tyler and son-in-law Curtis. Runs about 125 key main Angus cows, have an embryo transfer program, and has an annual production sale. Brad grain farms with his brother and has judged shows all over the country, state and national shows, as well as raised many national and champions, females, and bulls. Please welcome Mr. Brad Weingartner to the Simmental ring. And on the Hereford side, if you're ready, your judge is Mr. Lydell Meyer from Clinton, Tennessee, owner of 3 Aces Cattle Company, along with his wife and 3 children, Andrew, Annie, and Alisa. Also operates and raises Angus cattle, Red Angus, Simmental, and Charolais. Please welcome Mr. Lydell Meyer to the Hereford ring.
Check. Well, first off, let me say it's a pleasure to come to the Kentucky State Fair. It's always exciting to get down here to Louisville and get to sort cattle on the green shavings. It's been just one of my all-time awesome places to get to evaluate stock, and I look forward to today. Getting us started here with our cow-calf, just an excellent pair as we get started here. The first calf heifer that she brings to us is just so nice in terms of the way she's put together up through her front 1/3. You like the way this one's tied together up over her top. Really super sound, very good structured. Love the udder shape of this one as we make her go there. Then she's bringing a January heifer calf that she's sure doing just a wonderful job with. You study this one's lines, you appreciate that. Super sound, super functional, just a good pair to get us started.
Thank you, Judge Weingartner. Results from our first class of Simmentals, Class 1, cow-calf class. Your winner was entry number 1, shown by Madeline Talent from Ball Ground, Georgia. Congratulations. Thank you, Judge Meyer. Results from our first Hereford class, cow-calf class. Your winner was entry number 2, shown by Levi Womack, Pembroke, Kentucky. And second place was entry number 6, shown by Hanson Pyle from Cecilia, Kentucky. Congratulations. Also, champion and reserve cow-calf pair.
Okay, hon, you're going to be 1, you'll be 2. Just head them right this way now. There we go. Well, here in our first class, heifer calves, pair of February heifers out here. Boy, I appreciate both of these heifer calves. They bring a lot to the table. They're maybe a little different in terms of where they're at in their condition, but I go ahead and start with the heifer that is just a little more boulder sprung. She's just got more to her at this point and time. Maybe gets a little steeper and off of that front end, but man, when you get behind this one's got the extra dimension and shape that I'm kind of after today. A heifer that I think's very sound, very functional off their rear two. Got plenty of power. Appreciate that about her. She's got some length of front. I like the extra power and dimension today in this particular heifer. Now, I am not taking anything away from this young lady with this second place heifer calf, because I think this one's got the future. This one's so long and extended about her front 1/3. She's so long and ties together really good up high and out of her hip. She's just really shallows up in the center part of her body. She doesn't get as comfortable when you ask her to get out and go as our class winner at the ground, but yet still, I think, a bright future with that long extension out of that front 1/3. Appreciate that pair of heifers quite a bit.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 6 junior heifer calves in the Simmental ring. Your winner is entry number 5, shown by Kyra Moore from Fountain Run, Kentucky. Second place was entry number 4, shown by Patrick O'Sullivan from Murray, Kentucky. Congratulations.
That's good, huh?
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 2 Hereford spring heifer calves. Your winner was entry number 10, shown by Rylan Hines from Magnolia, Kentucky. Second place was entry number 11, shown by Zachary Imbruglia from Litchfield, Kentucky. Congratulations.
Well, here on our semi side, just a pair of heifer, January heifer calves out here, totally different ends of the spectrum out here in what we have. I chose to start with the young lady's baldy heifer here that is just longer sided. She's got more skeleton to her. She's a little bit bigger framed. And then once you put her in motion and get her moving, that's where she probably excels in this particular class. She's super sound, super functional. Like her foot size, I like her angles to her shoulder. She goes ahead and gets started here for me in this particular class. Then this little red heifer, hey, there's a lot of neat pieces about this thing that's really hard to make. Man, this one's designed so good in the angle of her shoulder and her knee placement. Where she gets in trouble for me is I need to make her a nickel bigger, but with that, I need to set that hock down and just square that hock up and make her go off of them rear two just a little more comfortable to run with that one that starts our class. But there's one that, I mean, once that one gets in production, man, that'll be a neat breeding piece right there.
Well, thank you. Judge Weingardner, your results of Class 7 Simmentals. Your winner is entry number 7, shown by Madeline Talent from Ball Ground, Georgia. In second place was entry number 9, shown by Adam Miller from Eminence, Kentucky. We're now showing for Junior Heifer Calf Champion on the Simmental side.
Anywhere's fine right there.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 3 Hereford Junior Heifer Calves. Your winner, entry number 12, shown by Lee Van Womack from Pembroke, Kentucky. Second was entry number 45, Sadie Jo Brown, Hardinsburg, Kentucky. And third, entry 46, also shown by Sadie Jo Brown from Hardinsburg. Congratulations. Now showing for division champion on the Hereford side.
Well, as we get ready to select our calf champion out here, I just want to compliment these exhibitors out here. And if you would, put your hands together for these exhibitors out here. I think we got 4 of them out here that's sure worthy and got a lot of good things about each and every one of them. As we got out here and we talked them in their class, I think this pair of class winners just it brings a lot to the table in terms of what I'm looking for today. Our heifer out of that February class has got that extra dimension, extra shape, and extra power, and I really appreciate that about her. And then tie that together. I mean, she's big back. She's got a lot of hip in her. Really like this one at the ground as I talked to her in that particular class of just her foot size and her bone work. Appreciate that quite a bit about her. Then the young lady with this January baldy heifer calf, extension out through that front. long top, long spined heifer that ties so good from her hooks to pins. She's so square, sets that down truly on a nice hock and placement of that hock and foot, and I appreciate that. She's not as deep centered body, but that's all right for me too. You know, when we talk about a lot of things here, I think that rib shape also ties together up high too, and she's got plenty of rib shape. Would I like to see her a little deeper at the point of her navel? Absolutely. So it gets a little close out here. We got a couple really nice seconds over there, maybe not quite as far along in their condition or quite as ready today. High quality over there though. I'm going to take one more look. As I do that, I'll show you how I like them.
Congratulations, Division I champion is entry number 12, Levi Womack from Pembroke, Kentucky. And your reserve champion was Rylan Hines, Magnolia, Kentucky, entry number 10, and champion in Kentucky owned. On the Simmental side, your junior heifer calf champion was Kyra Moore, entry number 5 from Fountain Run, Kentucky. Reserve was entry number 7, Madeline Talent from Ball Ground, Georgia. Reserve, Kentucky. Kyra was champion, Kentucky. Reserve was Patrick O'Sullivan from Murray, entry 4.
Well, just a single entry here on our semi side. Young man brings us a November heifer that's sure got a lot of good and doability about her. A heifer that's got some size and frame and scale to her already. That's with that being said, she's got a lot of extension up through that front. She ties together real nice in that shoulder placement. Maybe really good from her hip forward. I really appreciate this heifer quite a bit. I like her rib shape and her capacity that she has. I'd like to just maybe pull that tail head back in her, set that thing down in her ever so slightly, but still a really high quality November heifer going for us in this class.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 10, Lake Senior Heifer, Simmental. Your winner, entry 13, Tyler Lundy, Bardstown, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky owned.
Well, it just got deep water over here in this September class already. Hey, you could do multiple different things out here and be very, very comfortable with how you do them. You know, this is just kind of my opinion of what I see out here. But I do feel very comfortable about our young lady that goes ahead and starts the class for me. She fits the bill for what I'm looking for. She's so feminine-headed, so good in terms of the way she ties together in that shoulder blade. She sets it down truly and squarely out of that front knee, and I appreciate that. Then when you go start talking the rest of her body cavity, just really got a lot of spring and natural shape to her. Ask this one to get around. She sets her hock down truly the squarest and the most comfortable of anyone out here in this particular class. The young lady here with our second heifer probably follows type and kind for me as our class winner does. Love her to look out of that front, the way she ties together, very feminine, maybe pushing just a little chest comparing to our class winner. It separates us just a little bit there. Probably doesn't tie together as nice in her forerib and her heart area as our class winner either. Man, I really appreciate the design this one has up over the top 1/3 of her body. Just love this one from her hooks to pins. And that's probably where she does have the advantage of our class winner. She's truly a little squarer from her hooks to her pins than that one we start with, but still gives up a little much in terms of dimension, shape, soundness. Doesn't handle her hock quite as nice as that class winner. Nice pair on the top end. I don't want to take anything away from this flashy, good-looking heifer calf coming here in 3, but she just simply gets a little straighter off of both ends when I compare her. But still got that good look, very feminine-headed. Appreciate that. Like this way she ties together up in her spine work. Very good, true, when you want to talk from hooks to pins like that. Where I need to maybe change this and give her a little more angle out of that front knee, set that down in her, just tone that back just ever so slightly, give her just a little more twist to bring that down, just deepen her down in that center part of her area right there, make her truer, square as she gets around the ring. The one I really struggled with, and this young man, he could start many classes out here. Here's one that's built just a little different, and I kept just trying to figure out which way I wanted to go. She's just not as comfortable as I asked her to go about the ring off of them rear two, comparing it to a couple ahead of her. It's maybe just where she fit in this particular class. Maybe I'd like to maybe just neaten her up, just give her just a little more femininity, just maybe change her ever so slightly. Nice pair kind of rounding out the class also. Got a lot of future to them. Heifer that's really what you see is what you get. She's maybe a little steeper, a little straighter off of both ends. Still like that eye appeal, long top, appreciate that. Rounding out her class, the young man brings us a really nice cow kind of a heifer that just needs a little bit more power, shape, dimension to run her with that top end of this class.
Results of class number 11, early senior heifer Simmental calves. Your winner is entry number 18, Sadie Jackson from Paris, Kentucky, also first in Kentucky owned. Second place is entry 19, Mackenzie Emerson from Perryville, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned. Third place was entry 18, Oliver Cripsover from Auburn, Kentucky. Fourth place was entry 21, James Jackson, Paris, Kentucky. Fifth place was entry 17, Destiny Adams, Broadhead, Kentucky. And sixth was entry number 20, Adam Miller from Eminence, Kentucky.
forget about you. I just kind of waiting on him. Well, just a small division here on our semi side, but still high quality in both of our class winners and with our 1 second out here. I think Heifers has sure got a lot of future to them. Heifers that's got just so much to bring to the table in terms of going ahead and getting in production, making just very good cows. A young man out of that November class has just had the single entry, but yet high quality, got a lot of things to bring to the table. Just big top, a lot of power, a lot of dimension there. As we talked about that one, maybe like to change that one from her tail head placing, maybe set that one a little different there, but still high quality. Like the look out of that front 1/3. The young lady then with this nice pair that come out of that September class, kind of just a heifer that just balances up so nice in terms of the way her shoulder sets in her, the way her knee sets in her. I like the way this one truly is square out of that rear hock. Then when you add that with that extra dimension and shape, a heifer that you really appreciate. The young lady we're going to go ahead and talk about that second over there, a heifer that I thought tied together really nice with this particular class winner, brings so much to the table in just terms of cow power and look and dimension and shape. That's got that extra muscle already. Maybe isn't quite as nice in that rear hock placement as our class winner, but I think just a bright future. So if you would, put your hands together. Young lady out of the second class will be your champion, followed back up with the reserve. My congratulations to you.
Congratulations, your senior heifer calf champion, Simmental breed, is entry number 18, shown by Sadie Jackson from Paris, Kentucky, also first in Kentucky owned. And your reserve out of the same class, class number 11, was entry number 19, Mackenzie Emerson, Perryville, Kentucky, with your reserve senior calf champion. On the Hereford side, results from class 4 senior heifer calves. Your winner is entry number 20, shown by Cottage Hill Farm, Petersburg, West Virginia. Second place was entry number 23, shown by Levi Womack, Pembroke, Kentucky. In third place was Hallie Hughes, entry 22 from Noblick, Kentucky, Bursting, Kentucky proud. Fourth place was entry 67, William Sexton from Nicholasville, Kentucky. In fifth place was entry 24, Levi Mobley from Campbellsburg, Kentucky. And sixth place was entry number 19, Ben Smith, Brandenburg, Kentucky. And seventh place was entry number 21, Hunter Barnes, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Hereford exhibitors. At the conclusion of our show, you'll have an exhibitor meeting, probably in the makeup ring here, about 15 minutes after the completion of our Hereford show today.
Well, as we get in our summer division here, just have the one class and the trio of heifers out here. Hey, you could shake this trio of heifers up many different ways out here, but I think I chose to go ahead and start with the one that's got the extra dimension, the extra shape to her. Is she the most attractive headed and fronted one of the trio out here? Absolutely not. But once you get past that, she's probably reads with the right angles, the way she sets in that shoulder blade, the way she ties together in her knee, comparing to the two behind her, a heifer that I just appreciate the extra dimension and shape. As I said earlier, just that's what probably drags me or tells me to bring this one to the top in this particular class. Now, I do like this young lady's heifer here in second, and she's got the extra bells and whistles when you want to talk about extension of front, feminine headed, really long spine, but where she runs out of power and is in their power and dimension and shape, then when you ask her to get on in the motion, a heifer just isn't as comfortable as our class winner out of that rear hock placement. But hey, one good looking one, if we could just give this one a little more dimension, a little more shape, pushes that one to go ahead and start us. the young man then bringing us up really a nice heifer calf, or a heifer that here is in 3, heifer that's long and extended about her front. Her angles just doesn't read as nice as the 2 ahead of her, especially all of that front shoulder. I need to set that down in her just a little bit. Ask this one to go off her rear hock. We need to true and square that one up also. But a nice trio of heifers, nice class of summerborns there.
Thank you, Judge Weingardner. Results of Class 15, Simmental Early Summer Yearling Heifers. Your winner, entry 27, shown by Madeline Talent from Ball Ground, Georgia. In second place, entry number 25, exhibited by Destiny Adams from Broadhead, Kentucky. First in Kentucky owned. Third place, entry 26, Woods Wonderlick from Waddy, Kentucky. Second in Kentucky owned.
Well, still here on our Simmental side, just an interesting beast this young lady kind of brings to us here, one that I appreciate quite a bit. This is kind of what I'm kind of looking for. She's got that good look and extension up through the front. She's so feminine about her head and neck area, yet still ties it together really nice with her angles as you read that. Man, this one's so designed so neat the way out of the top side of her structure. Appreciate the way she ties together, especially from her hip back. I like that design of that heifer. Put this one in motion, just really fills her track awful nice. Appreciate that quite a bit about her. You know, if we're nitpicking, maybe make her foot size just an ever so slightly a little bit bigger. Man, she still balances up and fits the need real nice. Just a really nice class winner for us right here.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 18, Simmentals. Your winner is entry number 32, Ashlyn Pop from Versailles, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky owned.
Well, once again, we only have a single entry over here, but hey, this young man brings us one that's got some cow power to her. She's wide sprung, big body, got some muscle and capacity and shape to her. A heifer that just reads cow power all day long out here. The young man's going to go ahead and put this one in production. I think sure could tie into a couple things here. If in a true world, maybe I'd like to change this one in her hock placement, the way she sets that down, just kind of square that up ever so slightly. But yeah, I really appreciate how much power and dimension and shape this particular individual brings us.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 20 Simmental Early Junior Yearling Heifers. Your winner, entry 37, shown by Tyler Lundy, Bardstown, Kentucky, first and Kentucky owned.
Well, we have a pair of Januaries here on our Simmental side that quite a bit different in the kinds and shapes that they come to us in. But the heifer that I chose to start with is the one that just suits me the best in terms of the way she ties together. She balances so good in that lower undercarriage heifer that you appreciate the rib shape and the capacity. She gets a little flatter in her design, and that's all right with me because I like the way she ties together up high. She really brings that out in a long level hip, and I appreciate where that tail head wants to set in her. You read her out of her angle of her shoulder, and you really like that. Just a big cowie, very highly presented kind of a heifer that really, as you get this one in motion, you really like the way that hock sets in her. She's got a really good flex to that pastern. Appreciate that quite a bit. I really do like this little baldy heifer that's coming next. Just gives up that extra dimension, extra shape to run with that one that starts us today. But yeah, when you read this one's angles, you appreciate that. You like that way she ties that together up high. You like her from her hooks to pins. A heifer that's truly square and sets that foot down on a nice bone work. Just got to give her more dimension, more shape to run with that class winner. Nice pair of Januaries going here.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 21, early junior yearling Simmental heifers. Your winner is entry number 38, Kyra Moore, Fountain Run, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. And second place was entry number 39, shown by Madeline Talent from Ball Ground, Georgia. Your results from senior heifer calves in the Hereford ring. Your winner was entry 34, Morgan Riley from College Grove, Tennessee. In second place was entry 38, shown by Ada Meredith from Hodgensville, Kentucky, and Burston, Kentucky proud. Third place was entry 80, shown by Levi Womack, Pembroke, Kentucky. Fourth place was entry 39, Will Beckley from Irvin, Kentucky, and second in Kentucky owned. Fifth place was entry number 33, shown by Caitlin Keith from Campbellsville, Kentucky. Sixth place was entry 40, Abram Meredith from Hodgensville, Kentucky. Seventh was entry 31, Will Beckley, Irvin, Kentucky. Eighth was entry 79, Ashlyn Tingle, Eminence, Kentucky. Ninth place, entry 28, Jordan Hall, Houstonville, Kentucky. 10th place was entry 78, Sadie Jo Brown, Hardensburg, Kentucky. 11th was entry 37, Colton Emerson from Perryville, Kentucky. And 12th was Nate Bramer from Taylorsville, Kentucky. Great class. Congratulations. Congratulations, your Division II Hereford champion, your number 20 out of Class 4, Cottage Hill Farms, Petersburg, West Virginia.
Well, as we get ready to select our division champion out here in our Simmental side, three really highly I appreciate the three heifers that we have out here just so much. I'm going to kind of give you what my opinion is on these heifers as we go down through them here. The young lady that brings us one out of that first class, I believe she told me she was an April. Love the size, love where this one's at. Like the condition that this one that she brings this one to the show at. A heifer that's so fresh and so feminine about her head, and that's where she's got maybe the most advantage out here, is that she is so fresh and so ready. And then when you really break her down, she's got that extra balance, that extra shape and dimension through the center part of her body. A heifer that I just love the way she's designed, in that way she sets that hock down. I appreciate that quite a bit. As we talked to her in that particular class, if I could stouten her up ever so slightly at the ground, just maybe make that ankle just a little bit bigger foot size, man, that thing is deadly. That thing has got the extra good look. I mean, that would be nitpicking on one that I appreciate quite a bit. The young man then brings us the next heifer here in line, and we talked that one's got extra dimension, extra power and shape. Maybe isn't as attractive as either one of these heifers on either side in terms of show heifers, but this young man brings us one just got cow power, got extra dimension, extra shape, extra muscle that you really got to kind of just set in there and kind of scratch your head. I think this thing's got a lot of good, I think a lot of cow power there. Then we come back to the January heifer the young lady brings us that has got the extras to her in terms of the center part of her body, the extras in terms of the way she ties together from her hooks to pins. You love that about her. She too, like that one out of that first class, I do appreciate the way she's designed in that hock, and I appreciate that quite a bit. She has the advantage. She's a little bit bigger footed than our class, the one that wins that first class, but and I think that is a true advantage for this particular heifer. Now, where she gets in trouble for me, she's not as fresh-headed, she's not as neat and tidy as that one out of that first class, but a heifer that if I could change that chest floor ever so slightly, pull that chest back in her, man, this is one brings a lot to the table in terms of just good looking and got a lot of future. Love this one's turn to the center part of her body. So it gets really interesting out here. If you would put your hands together, I'm going to go out here and take one more look at them, kind of get this figured out how I want to do them, but nice division, a couple of really good ones out here.
Congratulations, your junior champion Simmental heifer comes out of Class 18, entry number 32, shown by Ashley Pop, Versailles, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky proud.
Good luck with us, somebody.
Kyra Moore is your reserve junior champion out of Class 21, entry number 38. Kyra's from Fountain Run, Kentucky. Congratulations, both of them Kentucky. Your reserve in Division II Herefords was entry number 34, Morgan Riley from College Grove, Tennessee. Congratulations. Thank you, Judge Meyer. Results of Class 6, late summer yearling Hereford females. Your winner, entry 47, Carly Muser from Otterbein, Indiana. And second place was entry number 48, Colin Huseman from Raleigh, Illinois. Congratulations.
Well, as we get into our oldest division here on the Simmental side, young lady brings us a November heifer that, boy, just you got to just stand out here and kind of admire the way she kind of ties together at the ground, and that's the way I kind of like to build these things. You've heard me talk about them quite a bit. I love this one's foot size. I love her bone work. I love her angles, the way she just truly reads, and she's got such a nice set to that front knee. And then you go behind her and you watch that hawk go. She really sets that down super square. Then when you get up on top of her, just a heifer that's got extra dimension, extra shape, extra look, still ties it together. So feminine in her head and her front 1/3 with that extra power and dimension and muscle that she has. Just a really solid single entry right here that can sure take a lot of competition.
Congratulations. Your result in Class 24 Simmental, late summer yearling heifers. Your winner, entry 43, Josie Phillips from Maysville, Kentucky.
Well, here, still in our senior division on our Simmental side, I think we got a pair of them out here that's very, very interesting, and they're very high quality in both of these cattle that's out here. I chose to start with the young lady here with the full face baldy, the white socked female. I think balance is probably the term I want to use here. She probably balances up the nicest. When you break this one down, this one's a center part of her body just ties together from her chest floor back to clear back into her udder. A heifer that then she too, once you kind of get her out in motion, she's the most comfortable of the pair when you ask her to go. Well, then with all that being said, a heifer that's very feminine about her front 1/3. Appreciate that about that particular heifer. The heifer here in 2, though, I think has got such a bright future in terms of the cow making project for this young lady. So long and extended about her front 1/3, where she gets in a little trouble for me comparing her to that class winner. She wants to get a little steeper out of that shoulder. She doesn't flex and reach off of that front knee quite as comfortable as that one that starts ahead of her. But I love the capacity. I love the future this one can bring to the table just in terms of power, muscle, and shape. Nice pair of heifers to kind of wind us up here.
Thank you, Judge. Results of Class 25. Your winner, entry number 49, Ashlyn Pop from Versailles, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. And second was entry number 44, Danielle Taylor, Nicholasville, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned. Senior champion female will be next on the Simmental side. Congratulations, your Division III champion in the Hereford side is entry number 49 out of Class 7. Luke Keith, your exhibitor from Campbellsville, Kentucky, Hurston, Kentucky owned. And your reserve, entry number 47, Carly Muser from Otterbein, Indiana. Congratulations. I could catch up a little bit on Class 7 early summer yearlings. Second place in that class was Bo Todd, Mount Vernon, Kentucky.
Well, over here on our Simmental side, and first off, let me tell you, all three you young ladies, you brought three really nice senior yearlings out here to me to get to look at, and my compliments to you guys. Each and every one of these just have got so much good in terms of what they can do in the future, making some cows out of them, and just neat breeding pieces. This young lady down here with our, I believe she said in November, a heifer that as I talked this one in class, you know, I love building these cattle from the ground up, and this one hits me really hard in terms of the way her foot size is, the way she reads her angles, and the way she places that front knee. That's the most interesting thing to me about this particular heifer, is just the way she's designed in that front shoulder and the knee placement of that one. And then she brings the extra bells and whistles in terms of just extra body and shape and muscle and capacity, a heifer that I appreciate quite a bit. And then that one that come out of that second class with this pair of heifers back here, a female that I just think's got cow written on her. I think she too, she's got a nice foot and bone shape to her, a heifer that maybe isn't as neat in terms of the way she ties together in her chest floor as that one that in that class ahead of her, but yet I love this one's design up over the top 1/3 of her body, especially out of her spine work back into her hip, a heifer that you get behind this one. This one's got worlds of capacity and worlds of shape. Both of them I really think are really interesting. They're really both showing me they're really calfy. I think they're both going to have really nice udders, and once you get them into production, that impresses me quite a bit that they're already springing and that they're coming along, even with this young lady's second back here. So it's got very interesting out here, but there's one that just hit me when she come in class really hard. She's the kind I really like. Young lady out of that single entry, she'll win this particular division. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Followed right back up with this young lady out of this second class.
Side.
Super
Class
nice.
24, entry number 43, exhibited by Josie Phillips from Maysville, Kentucky. Reserve senior champion female, entry number 49, Ashley Pop from Versailles, Kentucky. Congratulations. Grand champion female will be next.
Well, as we get ready to kind of wrap this part of our Simmental show up, if you would, you folks around ringside, please put your hands together. I think we got an exceptional set of heifers out here. I'm not big on really going back and talking each and every one of them, but I am going to kind of touch on a few high spots. The young lady down here with our calf, bright, bright future, bold sprung, got a lot of rib. We kind of got set with the precedence right out of the gate, trying to show you kind of what I like and what I'm after. A heifer that's got some foot and some bone and some power to her, even at this young age, got that extra dimension and shape to her. Then that September heifer calf, maybe a little more moderate, but that's all right because I like this one quite a bit. A heifer that's so feminine about her head, a heifer that ties together. It's got that extra shape and feature to her in terms of her bone work and her footwork. A heifer that balances up extremely, extremely nice. Out of that summer division, this young lady brings us one that, as we talked about her in that particular division, had the extra bone and extra power and extra dimension, maybe not as neat and attractive out of her head in that front 1/3, but yet you sure had to appreciate her in terms of that extra dimension and shape she brought to us. Really, just a cool looking one here out of our spring yearling heifer division. I think this one's particularly an April heifer that, man, I love the look of this one. So extended, so feminine, yet still when you get behind this one's got that extra power and dimension and center part of her rib. A heifer that, man, if you could just stouten this one's foot size up ever so slightly, I think I could just ride this one a long, long way. A heifer that she's sure out here in contention for this thing, just in terms of her look. I love that presence this one has. Then we kind of wind this up with our senior yearlings that, folks, I do this for, me and the boys do this for a living and try to kind of compete at a high level and to try to keep a senior yearling this fresh and bring to us at this stage, man, it's hard to do. And then when you break that down, she's still got that, like I said, so fresh, but yet she is so athletic, and she just is so comfortable in her own skeleton work out here that's got the extra boldness and spring to her that I just appreciate so much. Once again, I'm going to go out here and kind of take one more look at them. Put your hands together. I think we got a really exceptional purebred division here.
Your grand champion female here at the Simmental Kentucky State Fair is entry number 43, Josie Phillips, Maysville, Kentucky. Congratulations, the Phillips family, and their champion, grand champion, Simmental Reserve, Ashlyn Pop from Versailles, Kentucky. Entry number 32 is your reserve grand champion. Congratulations. Results from Class 8 Heifers, spring yearling females. Your winner, entry 55, shown by Levi Womack, Pembroke, Kentucky. Second was entry number 53, shown by Cottage Hill Farms, Petersburg, West Virginia. Third was entry 63, shown by Ellen Todd, Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Fourth place was entry 60, shown by Hallie Hughes of Knoblich, Kentucky. Fifth place was entry 64, shown by Will Beckley, Irvin, Kentucky. Sixth place was entry 56, Colin Huseman from Raleigh, Illinois. And seventh was Easton Fuqua from Owensboro, Kentucky. Congratulations. We're now showing for Division 4 on the Hereford side. Division 4. Bulls for the Simmentals.
You're going to start us. You're going to be two. Well, we jump off into our bull show here, and it's you got to come out here and make a little decisions in what you want to try to get done here. But the young man I'm going to go ahead and start with, he does it just in terms of just more muscle, more shape, more power than our Red Bull that comes here in second. Is he as neat and tidy about his front 1/3? No, probably not. But when you get behind him and just got the extra dimension, extra shape, I think I got to go ahead and start with him. A calf that brings a lot to the table in terms of muscle and power and durability. I think just a comfortable place for me here. Now, I do like the look when this young lady gets this one parked out here of the little Red Bull calf out here. Just got some extension, got some look. Where he runs in trouble is that he just doesn't have enough dimension, natural power, natural muscle in him right now. I don't know if it's maybe just a little injury that he's got out here. He's really kind of shuffling off his back end, just is not helping his case out here ever. But power this one up, bring him back a little truer, a little more comfortable, and I think that's an interesting bull right there.
Thank you, Judge Meyer. Results from Class 9, Hereford Junior Yearling Females. Your winner, entry 69, shown by Michaela Massey, London, Kentucky. First in Kentucky owned. Second place was entry 68, shown by Ryland Hines, Magnolia, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned. And third place was entry number 73, Addison Sanford from Frankfort, Kentucky. The results from the first bull class in the Simmental Junior Bull Calves. Your first was entry number 6, shown by Tyler Lundy, Bardstown, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. And second place was entry 55, Riley Martin from Taylorsville, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned.
For our fall division here in the Simmental Bull Show, I think the young man brings us one here that sure's got a lot of good about him. I just love the power this particular calf has, and then you tie that together. He's got some extension, he's got some look. A calf that's super comfortable in his own right. And when you ask this one to get about the ring, then our young lady brings us this second one. Got a really lot of straight line to him, a long level top in him. The calf, maybe as I compare him, doesn't read with the right angles out of his shoulder. He opens up and splays out of his front end ever so slightly. But he got a calf that's got some power and got some muscle and product to him.
Thank you, Judge Weingardner. Results of class number 35, Simmental Early Senior Bull Calves. Your winner, entry number 58, Richard Howe from Yorktown, Indiana. And second place, entry number 59, shown by Destiny Adams from Broadhead, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky owned.
Well, we just have a single entry here with our April yearling bull, but young man brings us a nice one here that's got some power and got some shape to him. Just got worlds of muscle, and that's one thing that I really appreciate. You know, we're still in this business of selling beef, and this one's sure going to bring and pack a good punch when you want to start talking about just reproductive and bringing that to the table. Yeah, when he puts him in motion, I think he's sound enough off of both ends. Just a nice single entry going here.
Thank you, sir. Results of class 42, April Junior Yearling Bulls, entry number 64, your winner, Madeline Talent, the exhibitor from Ball Ground, Georgia.
Well, we're about to wrap our bull show up. We didn't have very many numbers out here, but I think we still ended up in a pretty comfortable place for me. I think we got a pair of them out here that sure fit me. But I'll go ahead and talk about the young man's bull calf that first class out here. A calf that, as I talked to him, brought a little more to the table in terms of muscle and shape and got just a little more power to him. And that's why he won that particular class. And yeah, with that, he's still long and level and got a good square hip in him. Got a good set of testicles working in him already at this young age. Maybe just need to neaten him up through that 1/3, tighten up his sheath ever so slightly. But yet, I think a calf that's sure got a bright future to him. Then we get into this fall bull, this Baldy bull calf that a lot of things I like about this guy. He's got so much extension about his front 1/3. He's long and level about his top. A bull calf that's got that extra dimension, muscle, and shape. You like this one at the ground. He's got some bone work and footwork going for him. A calf that when in motion, he is the most comfortable of the trio of the bulls out here. A calf that I appreciate quite a bit. Then bringing us around here with our yearling bull that he just brings us a lot to the table in terms of power and muscle and shape. A calf maybe doesn't get as comfortable as that one ahead of him off his rear two, but I sure like what he brings to us in terms of power, muscle. All of these bulls out here's got a good set of testicles working in them already. I think cattle that sure will work on down in the future. For me out here, it gets pretty simple, though. The young man out of the middle class, the fall bull, he's the kind I'm kind of after. He's going to be your champion bull. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, your grand champion, Simmental bull, comes out of class 35, entry number 58. Richard Howe from Yorktown, Indiana, has your champion, Simmental bull.
Well, as we bring that second back into our champion bull, as we talked that one in class, big back in him, a lot of top to him, a calf that gets a little shallower in his body work in terms of his belly, and that gets a little straighter off of both ends, also comparing. There's one other one out here that I thought pushed our champion, if we can make him go off his rear two just a little bit nicer, would sure push him real hard. The young man with this one out of that yearling bull, he'll be your reserve. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your reserve grand champion bull here at the Kentucky State Fair. And the Simmental is entry number 64, shown by Battle and Talent, Ball Ground, Georgia. Congratulations. Hey, tell me, we're going to go right on into to our percentage Simmentals without a break. Sounds like most of them are up here. Premier Exhibitor, Madeline Talent from Georgia, and Premier Breeder, Wayward Hills Farms from Versailles, Kentucky. Congratulations.
Back on our Hereford side, it's a really good set of senior yearlings here, and a good set from top to bottom. I think all these differences for me is the one that's going to win just a little longer time.
Thank you, Judge Lindell Meyer. Your results from Class 10, senior yearling females in the Hereford. Your winner is entry 84, shown by Levi Womack, Pembroke, Kentucky. Second place was entry number 88, shown by Morgan Riley, College Grove, Tennessee. Third place was entry 89, Katie Muser from Otterbein, Indiana. Fourth place was entry 83, Hallie Hughes, Knoblich, Kentucky. In fifth place was entry 86, Anna Gail Sally from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Sixth place was entry number 85, Anna Gail Sally from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Congratulations.
Well, we were jumping into our percentage show, and we got first just the single entry cow-calf pair out here. But, you know, hey, here's one that I told you, young lady out here, I think this heifer calf's got a world of future to her. We talked about what I'd like to change about her. Just up in that front 1/3, just kind of sweeten her up. I think in time that thing's going to grow right into it. You read this one's angles, and you just appreciate what she can bring to the table in terms of longevity. I think she's going to be around for the long haul. When we get back to this cow, just a cow that, you could just have a pasture full of them things that look like that and bring and do what she's done. You're going to be in the business for a long time. Maybe we'd like to tweak that udder ever so slightly, but that'd be nitpicking on one that, I think just she's got some longevity, as I said, in terms of raising them. Just a nice place for us to get started here in our percentage show.
Thank you, Judge Brad Weingardner. Your results in your first class of percentage Simmental, entry number 1. Your winner was lot number 2, shown by Kyra and Johnny Moore from Fountain Run, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. A Herdsman Award. They tell me we have 7 placings. We have banners for the first one and premiums for the others. I'll start from 7th place in the Herdsman Award here at the Kentucky State Fair 2025 is Jeffries Angus, Lily, Lucy, Emily, and Kyle. 6th place, Kephart, which is Caden Kephart. 5th place is Pleasant Meadows, which is Tillman and DeRossi. 4th place was Womack, Levi Womack. 3rd place was Wayward Hill and Lawrence Allen. And 2nd place was Hoffman and Hill Country, Kyra Moore. And in your winner, the Herdsman Award for this year, a banner, if you want to come forward, Adams Brothers, Owen and Noah Adams is your Herdsman winner for 2025. Congratulations. Adams Brothers.
Just a single entry here to get us kind of started with our percentages, but here's one that I think could take quite a bit of competition. Break this one down, long and extended about her front. Love this one's head, the way it sets in there. Like the way she ties real high out of that neck and into her, or from her shoulder into her neck. Really a long, level spine heifer that's got some dimensions, got some shape at this early age. Super sound, super flexible. Just a nice place for us to get started with our calf division. Well, once again, just a single entry here on our Simmental show, but really still kind of green. But break this one down, folks. Here's one that has got some future, got some look, got some extension about her. Love the femininity about this one that brings to the table. A heifer that is really kind of got a good top line working in her. She's really long and level from her hooks to pins. Appreciate that quite a bit about her. As I said, she's really kind of green. She's kind of hard to look at, but put this one on feed. I think there's one in there that could be pretty nice.
Rates also Class 7 Simmental, percentage Simmental bulls. Your winner entry number 9, Riley Martin, Taylorsville, Kentucky, and Kentucky owned. Congratulations, your grand champion, Hereford female here at the Kentucky State Fair is entry number 49, shown by Luke Keith from Campbellsburg, Kentucky. Congratulations.
Well, we only had the 2 single entries out here, but in our calf division, but hey, both of them's got a lot of good and a lot of future to them. Heifers that has kind of got that show ring look that we're after, got some extension, got some bone work working for them, got some dimension in that center part of their body, and I appreciate quite a bit. A pair of them that one of them's a little farther along, and you sure got to kind of gravitate to that just in terms of maybe easier fleshing, easier keeping. But with that being said, got maybe just a little better angle to her, or the way she sets in that shoulder. The young lady with the red baldy, she's going to win this particular division, followed right back up with our reserve here. Congratulations to you two.
Congratulations. Your champion in heifer calf division is Patrick O'Sullivan, entry number 6 from Murray, Kentucky. And your reserve is entry number 9, shown by Riley Martin, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Your reserve champion, grand champion here in the Hereford division is entry number 20, shown by Cottage Hill Farms, Petersburg, Kentucky. Again, your champion. Out of Class 7, entry 49, Luke Keith with the grand champion Hereford female. And your reserve champion, entry number 20, Cottage Hill Farms, Petersburg, West Virginia. Congratulations.
Well, as we get into to our fall division here, our fall class, I think one that kind of surfaced to the top for me pretty nice. A young lady here, a heifer that I like the word balance for this one. A heifer that when you read this one out of her chest floor, you read her back through the center part of her body work. A heifer then ties back into her twist and into her stifle. Just so balanced. And then when you get up over the top of this one, still really very feminine up through that front 1/3, got a big back and a big top working in her. Get this one in motion. She's the most comfortable of the trio out here as she goes about the ring. Just a nice place for us to start there. The young man there with our Baldy then like this one's look. This one, when he gets this one parked, you really appreciate just the eye appeal that this one has. She's got enough center body, center turn to her rib where she gets in trouble. She wants to get a little steep off of them pastures for me. Give her just a little more angle out of that shoulder to run with that class winner, but still really a high quality, good looking kind of a heifer. And I don't want to take anything away from this young lady's coming here in 3, a heifer that's got some extension, got some look. She just gets a little rugged off of them rear 2. She doesn't want to place them hocks and be as comfortable as the ones ahead of her, but yet I like that body work and the capacity that one has. Just a nice trio of heifers going there.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 11, early senior heifer. This is percentage Simmentals. Your winner, entry number 15, Grayson Ruber from Georgetown, Kentucky, also first in Kentucky owned. Second place was entry 14, Richard Howe from Yorktown, Indiana. And third place, entry number 19, Owen Griffhover from Auburn, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned. They also are division and reserve division champions, those winners in that class.
Well, we jump in here with a couple mays in our percentage semi-show that, hey, they both bring quite a bit to the table just in terms of power and mass and substance. The young man tells me that he bred this one and raised this one right here. My compliments to you. That's a cool deal, and you're on the right track here. Here's one that I think's got some cow power to her. She's got some extension. Maybe gets a little push in her chest floor ever so slightly, but with that being said, man, she opens up into a big barrel. She's got a lot of rib, a lot of capacity, a heifer that ties so good together out of the top side of her structure back through that hip. She's the soundest of the pair out here. As I asked him to get about the ring, nice place for us to start here. Now this young man's been bringing us some stock all day here that maybe aren't as classy and cool and wild looking, but yet they are so good in just terms of production. Cattle that's got extra muscle, extra shape, just a lot of good working for him. Here's one just like that. Man opens up and got a lot of power, a lot of mass to her. Need to neaten this one up in her head and her neck. tighten that chest floor up ever so slightly, give her just a little more angle out of that front shoulder run with that one that starts the class. But I do compliment you in terms of just how much power that you're bringing in your stock today. Nice pair of heifers going there.
Thank you, sir. Results of Class 15, early summer yearling percentage Simmental heifers. Your winner is entry number 22, Nash Wonderlick, Waddy, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. In second place was entry number 23, Tyler Lundy from Bardstown, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned. Mia Shelton, we need you in the ring, please. Lot 31, Mia Shelton. Well, it looks like we're ready for bulls on the Hereford side. We got our pictures taken. Let's start those bulls towards the ring.
Okay, guys, we're going to leave you just like they are. You pull right around. You'll be 1, 2, 3. Come right on around. Come right around, hon. Well, I'm going to be the first one to admit you could do this class 3 different ways. You could start them, you could end them, you could kind of do anything you want to do, and it's just kind of where you're going to lay your preferences at out here. And for me, I think the heifer that I chose to start with, as we've talked about this maybe all day long, she brings more to the table just in terms of her footwork, her bone work. She's just a little more comfortable in terms of the way she wants to set them down and come at you and go away from you. A heifer that from her shoulder back, I really appreciate this one. Now I'd like to change the angle of that shoulder ever so slightly. Tighten that chest floor up, maybe just balance her and tie her together underneath in that underpinning just ever so slightly. But yet, she's the one that brings the most to the table in terms of the way she's designed out of her hip and down in through that hock area. And just a comfortable place for me to go ahead and start. Now, I do like this one here in 2. She's got the little extra angle to her shoulder. She's a little better in that front knee, but she's not as stout at the ground. She definitely doesn't hold her hock as true and square as that one that starts our class. She gives up a little bit in terms from her hooks to her pins. We need to kind of just square her up, give her just a little more dimension out of that pin set. But a heifer that you sure appreciate that front 2/3 of her, especially the way she ties together in that forerib and that heart. Just if we could change that hip structure down through that rear ankle just ever so slightly, would kind of push that class winner. Then we got the moderate framed one with this young lady out here that kind of winds us up. Sure could make merit for this one if you want to push this one. She probably gets just a little too moderate for me out here. She's the one that's just not as comfortable off of them rear 2, comparing them to the 2 ahead of her, but yet still got some dimension, got some shape, got some look to her. Just need to kind of sweeten her up, give her just an extra gear to run with them 2 ahead of her. Nice trio of heifers, kind of can do them any way you want it.
Thank you, sir. Results from Class 11 Spring Bull Calves. Entry 96 wins the class. Hanson Pyle, Cecilia, Kentucky. And your percentage Simmental Class 18 results. Your winner, entry number 31, Maya Shelton from Rockport, Indiana. Second place was entry number 28, first in Kentucky, owned Destiny Adams from Broadhead, Kentucky. And third place was entry number 30, Grayson Ruber from Georgetown, Kentucky, second in Kentucky owned.
Well, the young lady brings us a February. She tells me out here in our percentage so that, man, here's one that's just got some cow written on her. She does open up in the base of her shoulder, opens up in her chest ever so slightly, but get past that. Here's one that's got a lot of spring of rib to her. She's really got some muscle and capacity working for her. She's sound enough off of both ends. Maybe if we could just tweak her ever so slightly, just kind of change that chest floor. But here's a high quality single entry going for this young lady here.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Your winner, entry 19, Percentage Simmental, is entry number 36, Sadie Jo Brown from Hardinsburg, Kentucky, and first and Kentucky owned. Congratulations. Results of Class 12 Junior Bull Calves in Hereford. Your winner, entry number 98, Ben Smith, Brandenburg, Kentucky, and first and Kentucky owned.
Well, as we just get another single entry here, heifer could take a lot of competition, guys. Here's one that is so elegant, and when her design up through her head and her neck, she ties so high out of that top side of her blade. Just a heifer that then you read her on back here is so strong about her loin top or loin edge and ties back into just a super square hip. Love the way this one's tail head sets in her. She then brings it down, and she's got some actual natural muscle and shape and capacity to her. A heifer that when you get to the underside of this one balances up so nice out of her chest floor back to the center part of her belly, and then read her at the ground. Here's one that's super sound, super flexible as she goes about the ring. Just a really nice single entry here that could take a lot of competition. Nice place for us to go here.
Congratulations, your junior bull or Division I bull calf champion on the Hereford, entry 98, Ben Smith, Brandenburg, Kentucky, and your reserve, entry 96, Hanson Pyle, Cecilia, Kentucky. Your winner of class number 20 in the percentage Simmentals, early junior yearlings, is entry number 34, Wyatt Phillips from Maysville, Kentucky. Congratulations, Wyatt.
Okay, so what age is she? Well, we just have another single entry here, but here's another one that can take some competition. Here's a smooth-built, neat-made one that's got a lot of power and a lot of substance to her. A heifer that maybe is getting out there on that edge just in conditions for me, just maybe is pushing a little chest already. But yet with that, she's going to, because she's got that extra dimension, extra shape to her. A heifer that stays sound. She looks like she's getting pretty far along in her pregnancy already, and you sure admire that about her. Love this one's head and the way she's designed in her neck area. Just maybe tweak that chest floor ever so slightly, but I love the power this one brings to us.
Thank you, sir. Results from class number 21, percentage Simmentals, early junior yearling heifers. Your winner, entry 35, Kyra Moore from Fountain Run, Kentucky, first in Kentucky owned. Also on the Hereford side, congratulations out of class 14, your senior bull class winner, entry 103, shown by Stephen Green, Hodgensville, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky owned. Thank you, sir. Congratulations in your class 16 early summer yearling bulls. Your winner, entry 109, Morgan Riley, College Grove, Tennessee. And second place was entry number 108, Jordan Hall, Houstonville, Kentucky.
Well, it's kind of interesting. They all come out of single entries out here, but we got 4 really nice individuals that ended up back out here for this particular division. With our youngest heifer down here, we kind of talked about that when in that class, and that was a trio of heifers in that class that didn't fit together, but I'm really kind of pleased that I got that one back out here because she fits the mold with what else we got kind of out here. A heifer that has some extra dimension, got some extra look. Where she won that class for me was she had the extra foot and bone and substance to her to go ahead and get into that class. A heifer that's got a bright future once you put this in production. A heifer, maybe if we could tweak her, maybe change her and her chest floor ever so slightly, but a heifer, you love that extension about her front 1/3. The young lady then brings us more of a powered up one here with maybe our second class in this particular division. Is she I believe a March, a heifer that she too, if we can talk about maybe chest floors, maybe she's just a little nickel past being fresh enough out here from her shoulder back. Here's a high-powered individual that's got some extra dimension and shape to her. Love this one out of her hip design, the way she sets down on that rear hock. I appreciate that quite a bit. If we could kind of tweak that, maybe just freshen up her head ever so slightly, would really kind of keep her pushing right out here for this particular division. And then we get back in here to the February heifer that just kind of ties them extra bells and whistles together. She's so extended about her front 1/3. She's fresh-headed. Love the way this one tied high out of her blade into her neck area. She then kind of transitions back into just so good in terms of her top line, back from her hip, back down through her stifle. You know that she balances up from her chest floor down through the center part of her belly. She's so good. Watch this one get out in motion. This one really kind of flexes, keeps that hock just true and square as she hits the ground and goes forward. Appreciate that one quite a bit. And then kind of winding up this last class with this January, just gets a little farther along here, but man, a heifer that's got that extra smoothness, the way she's designed in that front shoulder, like that and about her. She's got the extra dimension, the extra power of the 4 out here in terms of just rib capacity and just turn to that rib shape. A heifer that's super sound, super functional, just a high productive kind of a female. It gets pretty interesting out here for me. I think there's one out here, the young man out of division or class 3. She suits me the best. He's going to be your champion. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, your junior champion and percentage Simmental female out of class 20, exhibited by Wyatt Phillips, Maysville, Kentucky.
Gets just a little more interesting where you want to lay your preferences out here. You know, as I talk to each and every one of these, man, if we could just kind of tweak just a little something on each one of them, sure would rival that one that starts this division. But for me, the young lady coming out of that last class, I think the smoothness, the neatness, just kind of tweak that chest floor ever so slightly, really kind of pushes our champion. She's going to be your reserve. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, your reserve junior champion percentage Simmental class out of class 21, entry 35, shown by Kyra Moore, Fountain Run, Kentucky. Wyatt Phillips champion, Kyra Moore reserve in the junior. Thank you, sir. Results of Class 17, Spring Yearling Bulls, Hereford. Your winner, entry number 112, shown by Ray Ramsey, Greenfield, Indiana. Congratulations, results of Class 18. Your winner, entry 116, shown by Hunter Barnes, Taylorsville, Kentucky. First in Kentucky owned.
Well, over here we just got the single entry in our senior division. but a heifer that, boy, you just got to kind of light into here. So smooth, so neat, so got the right angles to her. Now, granted, yes, I would like to give her just a little bit more size and frame. I heard Mr. Meyer say a little bit ago they kind of come in different shapes and sizes, and you got to appreciate different stages that they're in. Here's one that, man, if we could just pick her up ever so slightly, this is pretty good. But I think there's a place for this one. Just give her just a little more grow, but, man, good looking. Love the kind that she is. Just a nice single entry.
Thank you, Judge Weingardner. Results of Class 24 late senior yearling percentage Simmental heifers. Your winner, entry number 41, Kylie Klein, Butler, Kentucky, also first in Kentucky owned. As we get close to the end of the show, we've been blessed with two really good cowmen today to sort our livestock here at the Kentucky State Fair. Mr. Brad Weingardner, we appreciate you, sir, from being part of this program, and Mr. Lindell Meyer, thank you, sir, being part of our Kentucky State Fair and doing a great job, both of you.
Folks, it's been an honor and privilege. Appreciate the state of Kentucky having me come out here this morning and judge Hereford cattle, Hereford breeders. It's been a really, really good show. So we ended this morning here in our Camping Bull Drive, and I'll leave this with you just a little bit.
Congratulations, your grand champion bull, entry 112, Ray Ramsey from Greenfield, Indiana.
Well, as we get ready to select our percentage female here on our Simmental show, as Lydell just said, we certainly had a tough week this week with a couple of fellow breeders, fellow guys that are in the show world, and our thoughts and our prayers want to go out to their families. Got to know both of them gentlemen quite well through the years, and just respected them and what they brought to the table. And like Lydell said, for us and the boys at home, man, we're fast and furious. We're just 100 mile an hour all the time, and we've got Melanie and I got a chance to really kind of chase after our grandkids a little bit this summer, and man, what a blessing that was. But we do, as show people and as parents and as grandparents, we got to slow down and kind of get a handle on this thing. I watched poor Travis kind of go through some things, and we kind of thought he was kind of bouncing back a little bit, and then that nasty cancer come back and just got him so bad, and it just ripped my heart out. Man, our thoughts and prayers really just want to go out with their families. Getting back here to this deal, it's kind of regroup here just a minute. But it has been my pleasure to get to come to Kentucky, folks. Man, I've got fortunate to get to evaluate some cattle across this country, and every time I get to come to Louisville, man, it's just an experience. You folks just do it so good. What you guys are putting together out here in this new facility is just going to be second to none. It's incredible. My compliments to each and every one of you. Through the Simmental show here, man, you guys brought them. It was good. We didn't have a lot of numbers in some places, but I believe our quality was still really good. And I'm going to kind of run down through them here just a little bit to just kind of tell you, kind of bring you back to the show ever so slightly. But the young lady with the red heifer calf, I think's got a future to her. A calf that, as you've kind of followed me today, has got some bone work working for her. She's got some extension, got some look, and got some capacity. I think a heifer that as a big yearling heifer, she can kind of tie a couple things together, kind of settle down in that hock ever so slightly. It's got a bright future to her. Then we kind of get into this fall heifer calf here that, man, I like this one. This one's got the goods to her in terms of just the way she's designed in her shoulder placement, the way she sets that knee down. I love the structure of this coming out of her rear hock, a heifer that, man, you can work a long time trying to raise one and breed one this good, and my compliments to her. The young man brings us this summer-born heifer here, and he told me that he got the opportunity to raise this one, breed this one, raise this one, and he has done a smoking good job. If you can keep doing this, young man, you're going to stay in the cattle business. Here's one that's just got cow power written on her. She's maybe not the coolest-headed one, coolest-necked one. She probably needs to kind of bring her tail head down in her ever so slightly, but that's just good livestock right there. My congratulations to him. Young man brings us just a really nice one here in that spring division, just one that you can just gravitate to. You like her angles, you like her capacity, you like her muscle shape. She's super sound, super functional, got longevity written all over. Be an awesome breeding piece, man. I'd love to take that one home and breed on that one. Then we get back here to our senior division. Young lady brings us one just like the one in front of her. You can talk worlds of good about this one. If we can make this a nickel bigger, well, here's the kind that just will make you money every day of the year, and I appreciate that about her. Folks, it's been my pleasure. We got a couple of bulls to go through here, but I'm going to show you how I like them out here. Put your hands together for them. A nice Simmental show.
Congratulations, your grand champion, percentage Simmental female, comes out of class 20, entry 34, shown by Wyatt Phillips from Maysville, Kentucky. Congratulations, Wyatt Phillips family. Congratulations, your reserve grand champion percentage Simmental female comes out of class 21, exhibited by Kyra Moore from Fountain Run, Kentucky. Congratulations to the Moore family. Your premier breeder and exhibitor for the Heifers. Congratulations, Levi Womack. Levi Womack. You've got banners for exhibitor and breeder here at the announcer stand. Again, Hereford exhibitors, you're going to have a meeting in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes in the makeup area here in Broadbent. Meeting for the Hereford exhibitors here in Broadbent, 15 minutes. Congratulations to all our Hereford folks, and congratulations to all our winners. And bees, be careful as we travel home. We do have Supreme hang around at 2 o'clock in Freedom Hall.
Tell me about him. What age is he? You're going to have to do the math for me. 9 months, so he's January? November. Yes. This is the 8th month of the year, isn't it? So he's a percentage Simmental? I assume you raised him? Okay. I'm just kind of talking out here. I want you to relax. I want you to enjoy this, okay? Okay. So you got some cows? No? Is that right? Okay. Good deal. We'll just have a single entry. Young man brings us one out here, and hey, folks, this I stopped the show just for a minute to talk to this young man. First time to the cow show. First time he's had one out here, and started out with a nice one. Here's a bull calf that has got some product in him. He's got some meat and muscle in him. A calf, maybe if we could tweak him, tighten up his front throat, latch just ever so slightly. But yet, I think could be a really good breeding piece. Find some cows to mate him on that have that extra look out through that front. Just a nice place for us with this single entry. Young man, good luck to you. Really keep trying at this.
Thank you, sir. Results from class 34, late senior yearling bulls. Entry number 51, Jackson Young, Madisonville, Kentucky, and first in Kentucky owned. Cammie Jackson, you did good. You did good.
Just a good single entry bull here. Just got the world's of good in terms of meat, muscle, and shape to him. A calf that's sound, functional, got some extension, long-bodied, long muscle pattern in him. Going to put some product, get him turned out on a set of cows. I think a really solid place for us, a good breeding piece right here. Nice job.
Thank you, Judge Weingardner. Congratulations, your winner in class number 39 under early summer yearling bulls in the percentage Simmental show is exhibited by entry 55, Kyra Moore, Fountain Run, Kentucky, and also Kentucky owned.
Well, we just had the parables for our percentage semi show, but as I said about this young man that brought us this calf out here, this fall calf, hey, for jumping into this and maybe being his first venture into the show cattle world, he's sure doing all right. Here's one that's square made. He's got some meat and muscle. You're on the right track. Find something to kind of, if it's local guys, wherever, find you a set of cows that can kind of complement him. I think you're on the right track as far as getting into the business. The young lady brings us a May bull calf or bull yearling out here that brings the goods to the table. He's long and extended. He's level about his top line. He's level and square about his hip. A calf that is super sound, super functional. He's going to be your champion, but the young man back here will be reserved. Nice pair of them. If you there ain't money left, but congratulations to you guys.
Thank you, Judge Brad Weingardner. Your grand champion, the percentage Simmental bull, is entry number 55, shown by Kyra Moore from Fountain Run, Kentucky. And your reserve grand champion is entry number 51, shown by Jackson Young, Madisonville, Kentucky. Congratulations to your premier exhibitor, Kyra Moore, and your premier breeder, Rocky P. Livestock. Rocky P. Livestock is your premier breeder, premier exhibitor, Kyra Moore. Congratulations. Simmental folks, great show. Congratulations. Remember, we got that first time ever Supreme at 2 o'clock in Freedom Hall.